Hi, and welcome to another episode of Cracking the Box. This is Jim Starkweather with the Kitmaker Network. We've got another, I believe, preview slash might have just been released MasterBox kit here. The Women of World War II era. This is MB 35148. It is 1/35th scale. There's nice cover art here on the front, although I'll kind of tell you up in front that some of the stuff is a little bit different than the cover art, at least in the actual kit. So, I mean, you can look at the back here, obviously, and tell right away that that little adolescent here girl is probably more like 5 or 6 years old versus the toddler that they're showing on the front, who's probably more like 3 or 2 or 3. So, and I noticed that the artist, this is one of those things where it's, sometimes, sorry, guys in at MasterBox, but when you're depicting a toddler at this age, this little shorts, thing back in that era would have been probably okay. But when you're depicting a slightly older girl, I'm thinking this skirt is a little short, even for back in the 40s, if they even did short little girl skirts back then. But that notwithstanding, I think that's not really a huge issue because the other women and the sculpt quality on this, as you're going to see, are really nice. So we'll go ahead and take a closer look, though, at the actual styrene. I have to get my little setup here set up. Oops. So I'll be cutting this portion out. Oh, dropping the good books. Not the Bible. Don't bump the camera. Don't destroy the camera. Just got it. All right, so let's go ahead and take our autofocus off and zoom in on something and focus. What do we have here? We have, all right, there we go. Yeah, okay, good. So let me find the most impressive one, maybe. Okay, so here's one of the torsos of the women. And you can see some nice detail here with the her top, and maybe a scarf or something that's inside her neck area there. Then they do these interesting, the legs are all kind of individual legs, and then they have dress pieces that go around the upper portions, obviously, to cover up the legs. So you're going to get a nice three-dimensional, or at least like I'll use the term here, but I use it in a modeling sense, upskirt kind of thing, where you don't have to worry about the obvious kind of lower skirt issues with being a big block of plastic. So here's the hands. Now you notice after, I don't know if you potentially watched the boxing kit that came out before this, but you can see obviously they really did go to a nice extent here of making the women's hands much smaller and daintier. Here's some of the skirt bits there. I think that's the girl's skirt, I'm thinking, maybe. I'm not sure, because the other ones they're the ones that look so much smaller. Here's another upper torso with dress. And here's the lower dress again. And here's some arms. Some really interesting finger detail on this. I don't know about the thumb. The thumb looks a little long. I guess it depends on how she's, using her fingers there. Her purse and the hair. The hair is actually separate and goes on the back. And there's the face. It's nice. Here's the child. So the child actually comes, interestingly enough, with one leg, and her skirt is all a solid block. And here's the little girl's head, face, and her other leg. And then here's one of the other women, her face and back of her hair. And she's holding her purse, and they've got that all sculpted in one piece. And then here's her torso and dress and little hat. And I believe these are probably her legs. So they've got nice ankle detail. The upper legs are kind of but they really don't need to be perfect, because you don't have to make a perfect the rest of the anatomical correct upper legs. So just that they're there is important. Here's one of the other ones, and I believe that this is the only one I haven't shown, the upper torso, and then her dress and her arm, and she's also clutching a bag. Her face. Nice, very nice detail sculpting on the faces. The ears are a little problematic. I don't think they were going for earrings there with that. I think that's just an excess piece of plastic. Probably need to trim. But I believe once you put the hair in, the ears are going to look better. So there's a little FYI there. And then I'm not sure I got her before, but there's nice, and again, a nice face. And she's got her purse kind of around her arm, which is very typical of women to hold it that way. So even back in the 40s. So I hope you enjoyed this little preview, and we'll be hopefully sending this kit off maybe for someone to do a build of it. Would be nice. Same for the boxing kit, by the way. If you're interested in those, just let James or I know. Thanks for watching.